So yeah, so basically, guys, I would highly encourage everyone here to grab a notepad, a pen, something, a phone, maybe, just because, I've come to learn that 7% of the information I'm about to say will be retained if notes aren't taken, guys. Notes are great to refer back to a video you can share with your teams, just something you can refer back to because this is it. This is what we encourage everyone to focus on for the rest of the summer, guys. And don't take this the wrong way. This is not me coming at you like a boss, dude. I'm not saying do this, do that, do this, do that. This is just me as a friend, as a mentor, saying I encourage you to do this because we've realized that these are the 7 key principles, the 7 key tools that launched our business forward in the beginning. But to kind of dive right into it, guys, the whole, I guess, psychology might be the word behind this system is that people now that have started with Vemma, guys, and you would probably agree, they get involved, and they're instantly bombarded on accident with all these different resources and tools. Why? Because they get excited, they reach out to a few of their teammates, they're like, what do you recommend, this and that, and they give them 2 different books, 3 different audios. Before you know it, you have a list of 10 books, dude, and as someone that doesn't read, that's overwhelming as shit, dude. I didn't read before Vemma. No. You know what I mean? Now I do every day, but it was just that was not natural to me. So, as a result, people aren't going to read anything at all. They're going to be, screw that, I'll figure it out, and it's going to be a lot harder on them. So, what we've tried to do here, guys, is make a simpler system. And there's a quote I really like that Bruce Lee says. He says, I don't fear the man that's done 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man that's done one kick 10,000 times. Right? And the idea behind that is he's mastered that one kick. Right? So what we're encouraging everyone to do now is to master these 7 tools. Don't do a lot of things a little bit and not, remember that, but rather do a little bit of things a lot and master them and teach them, guys. And that's what we've done. And we just hadn't realized it. We feel like idiots because it's taken us 2 years to realize these are the 7 things that launched us in the beginning. So first things first, guys, number 1, the first 7 days This is in your affiliate pack, and half of you in the room probably got your affiliate pack, picked it up, threw it to the side, dude. What's easily accessible, tends to be taken for granted. You probably what good could that be? Throw it to the side. Dude, that disc, Kish and I were listening to it in the car. We were bronze, dude. Bronze and silver, driving around his Nissan, going to events 2 hours away, talking to Jesse Munn, whose team, no one enrolled that first event, 10 kids, whose team is now, 4,000 orders in my group. He's got 3, 4, 6-figure earners in his group. So we went and talked to them. We were bronze, dude. And we were listening to the 7 days disc the entire time. What it talks about is what your expectations should be, your commitment level based on your desired result. Right? It talks about what your friends are going to say to you, and how to counter it, and how to invite, how to make a list. Literally everything. Has anyone here listened to that front to back? Would you agree? It's helpful. So good, dude. So good. So that's first thing first, man. I would say dive into that disc, man. It's in every affiliate pack, and if you didn't get the affiliate pack, it's on YouTube. So it's perfect. So that's number 1, guys. Number 2 and 3 are the books, and these are the only 2 books we recommend you guys mastering. And so you're at least gold or diamond. You really don't need anything else. I didn't read shit until I was star platinum. I'm being honest with you guys. Except this. These 2 books I mastered. First one, Business of the 21st Century. A lot of you guys shaking your heads. You've read it. That's awesome. I would read it again, man, and again and again, because it may have reaffirmed your belief when you read it. But if you kind of have any kind of doubts, whatever, reading it again, you'll pick up on something that you might have missed the first time. You're gonna just your mind's like a dirty glass, right? We heard this in Vegas. Darren Hardy said it, dude. And the power in personal development is like a clean faucet, constantly cleaning your glass, dude. And what's gonna happen if you're not personally developing every day, reading the books, listening to the audio? The media, dude, the news, your relationships, your friends, your parents, all this negativity thrown at you, your glass is gonna get really, really, really dirty, dude. And you can't perform when it's like that. So the power of consistent personal development, you keep your mind clean and focused. And that's what this book will do for you. It'll really raise your belief, which I'll talk about some most important aspect of the business. So Business of the 21st by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a book. And the second book, third tool, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Again, a lot of you guys have probably jumped into that. My advice is if you pick it up and you're not ready for it, and I wasn't when I first picked it up, I was like, what the hell is this? It just didn't make any sense. I would put it down, man. You got to be ready for that book, and I would replace it with the 10 Times Rule by Grant Cardone if you want to do parentheses maybe around that. And that's a good replacement book for that. And get back into it when you're ready. I'd recommend on Spotify, there's a 35-minute audio, Think and Grow Rich. It's condensed, and it's straight to the point. Earl Nightingale and Napoleon Hill came together to make it phenomenal. I've been listening to it every single day since I've been introduced to it by Andrew Yeager. Awesome. So that's awesome too. It's on Spotify. If you want on Spotify, 30 days, you can get it free. You can master the tool and never pay a dime. shouldn't be saying that, but yeah. So those are the 2 books, and these next 3 things, number 4, 5, and 6, guys, are the audios. 3 audios, only 3 audios. To have them on your iPod, just delete all your music if you're as crazy as I am, and just listen to it on repeat, dude. And that's building your network marketing business, Jim Rohn. It's the Bible to network marketing. It's literally just fundamentally steps A through Z on how to succeed at this, man. And again, you listen to it, you're like, that's awesome. But it's one thing to listen and forget, and another thing to master it and to know it like you know anything else, dude. But it's like you learn an instrument, you can play the instrument, you're good at it, right? It's like it just becomes second nature. You want this business and like teaching and knowing this information to come to you second nature. I don't know if that was a good analogy, but I just kind of made it up. But yeah, so building your network marketing, Jim Rohn. The second and third one, numbers 5 and 6, is going to be The Art of Recruiting by A.L. Williams, which again, that's like a hidden one, dude. Most people in here probably have not yet listened to that because we haven't really promoted it. It's called The Art of Recruiting by A.L. Williams, and it's bomb. My buddy Brian back here has been listening to it, and he's like on some next level shit. If you guys don't know him, I would definitely link up with him, Facebook, whatever. And just like I can tell, it's coming from these 7 things. That's awesome, guys. Luke Hitch got that from Wilmore in the summer before coming back that summer before we got started, and just happened to have it. We didn't know. We listened to it all the time, dude. And that was huge for our success in the beginning. The Art of Recruiting by A.L. Williams. At its reign, that company was producing more revenue than the second and third companies combined. They've done over $300 billion in sales in their entirety. $300 billion, dude. And it's their philosophies and secrets on how they got to where they were. It's now, I think, called Primerica. But the last one. Now you're cool. Yeah. So the last one. Did they promote that? Art of Recruiting? Have you heard that ever? No. Okay. Interesting. Funny. Yeah. But lastly, is The Compounding Effect by Darren Hardy. And this one's big, dude. And this talks about like small incremental like gains or like I guess even like losses. I don't know if you call it that, but like habits, basically day by day, like will either compound into a big end result, either good or bad. So think about this, right? People that smoke cigarettes, like and this is not to offend anyone at all, but like you smoke one a day and you don't think it's that bad for you, whatever. And then like compounded over time, like think about what that could turn into, right? Like a big end result that may not be that great. Or think about personal development and reading a chapter a night every single day. Long term, what that would compound into. You're going to be completely changing your mindset, guys. You change how you feel based on your belief from personal development. You change your thoughts, right? You change your thoughts. You change the frequency that you're on. You start to attract certain things. Like it's completely new to us, and we have you gotta fall down the path. So those are the 3 audios. Last one is the nightly Ustreams. Have you guys here been like tuning into the nightly Ustreams? Helpful? What do you say? Sick, right? So what we've done every single night, guys, and we're doing our best to stay consistent with and hold one another accountable. At 10:30 at night, there's a Ustream it's a video call. You don't have to interact with it, but it's interacting with you. And it's one of the, someone on there to share the story. My buddy Ryan's been on, dude, Andrew Yeager, Anton, Steve on one, dude, Turner's been doing them. Like, people that get on that have seen some results, that are sharing the product, sharing the opportunity, and going through a quick start training. This is awesome for 2 of 2 reasons, right? It's good for either you to get on and learn and practice, right? Because it's like rip off and duplicate. Like, do what someone does, say what they say, get what they have. And it's a great way for you to develop your own story. Take bits and pieces from these Ustreams and compile your own, your story, basically, and insert your goals, how you got started, where you want to take this thing, and how you heard about it, and make it, your own. But also for qualifying your friends. You got someone new that wants to check this thing out. They can't make it to an event, or they're being stubborn or whatever. Listen, dude, my buddies and I put together a call tonight, 10:30. My buddy so-and-so, edify them, tell them what they've accomplished, is going to be hosting it. Listen, you need to be on this call tonight. All you have to do is listen. You don't even have to interact. You need to know what's going on, what's about to happen this summer. You'll really regret it if you don't take the 15 minutes to tune in tonight at 10:30 and listen. It's a Monday night. You don't have anything else going on, right? And if you like what you hear, bro, we'll talk. And if not, no hard feelings. But you got to let me know if you're going to be on, because if not, I'm inviting someone else. Keep it exclusive, right? But they get on there, they listen to it, guys. If they're not interested, no big deal. This isn't for everyone, That's okay. If they aren't, you didn't waste your time sitting down from the Starbucks and running through everything, right? But if they are, you can sit down and bring them to an event like this. Sundays here apparently are packed out. Bring them to an event like that. They try the product. They feel the energy. They see the culture. Boom, closed. How simple is that, right? making things more simple and systematic. So that's really our goal in this, guys. Hopefully those 7 things help and resonate with you guys, and I'd encourage you to teach that throughout the entire summer and really nothing else, and see where that takes you. Obviously, there's a lot of great stuff out there and a lot of good books that we are going to recommend, which is maybe not at that stage, that early on stage, because it's certainly, we weren't into it at that point with us. But with that being said, I'll kind of roll that into just the biggest thing, really, guys. And what I just talked about is like the sprinkles on the sundae, right? You could have like sprinkles or like cherries or like whatever you want, right? And it's still a good sundae. But like without this, what I'm about to talk on, this is the ice cream, dude. Without what I'm about to talk on, you have no sundae. You know what I mean? It's like this is the driving factor behind it. Without this thing, everything I just talked about is irrelevant, right? With this thing, if what I just talked about, it kind of varies a little bit, you don't follow it to a T, you'll still succeed with persistence. And that's belief. 100%. It's belief in yourself, right? You have to close yourself before you can close anyone else. Meaning, this can't make sense to me for you, it's got to make sense to you for you. Which takes the time, which business of the 21st century, again, going back to that, is huge for this. But you have to develop the belief in yourself, the mentality to win. It's got to make sense to you. Once it makes sense to you, you can very easily convey that message to others, right? And accompanied by that is the intention. The intention's got to be right. If you're in this thing to sign someone up for a quick $100, it's never going to work. Dude, people will sense that like a dog senses fear. You have to have the right intention. No matter what you say, if the intention's right, people will feel that. And secondly, dude, you have to be able to convey emotion, right? We're emotional beings. We act off of emotion, not logic, right? I was reading a book, and he was like, think about the last relationship you had, emotion or logic, And I thought that was funny, but it just goes to show, dude, we make decisions based off of emotion. And so you have to move people with your words. And the only time you're going to be able to do that, people don't hear what you say, they hear they feel it. They feel what you say, if that makes sense. The only time you're going to be able to effectively do that is when your thoughts, your words align. And what that means is you're saying one thing and you believe exactly that. And you guys probably know a lot of people, and you may be victim to this yourself, and I was at a point, and I had to fix it, and this really hit home with me. If you're saying one thing, you're going to be at this level by this time, and you don't actually believe it, and you'll know. You'll know in your head. You're not going to be able to move anyone. They're gonna see right through you. You have to genuinely believe in what you're saying, and your actions have to be in line with that, right? Otherwise, it's a hallucination. It's not an expectation. It's a hallucination. If you say I wanted 6 figs by the end of summer, and Steve's going out partying, 5 nights a week.